Hey guys, Five here with episode number 19 of the West Ham Career Mode on EAFC 24. We are 3/4 of the way through our quadruple upload this weekend to celebrate the new season number 2. Great season so far. And here we're taking on one of the newly promoted teams in Norwich, returning to the Premier League for the first time in quite a few years. They used to obviously be the Boing Boing club alongside Fulham. Fulham have kind of stayed up. Norwich, they've kind of stayed down. Obviously, there was that whole meme about how they haven't played each other because when one got promoted, the other got relegated and whatnot. But Norwich are a team we should be beating, and a team we should be beating pretty comfortably. The newly promoted teams, should I say there. For a team like us, we should be getting 6 points across the season. You know, there's lower down teams, obviously. They might struggle against them, but for us now, we are at the level where even with a slightly rotated team, which is what we've got out there now, we can put in these types of performances with Adama Traore. 5 million, what a pickup he was. Incredible little bargain. But yeah, 6 points should be guaranteed against these newly promoted teams. And even the mid-table teams now, we should be kind of aiming for, against most of them, 4 points at least. It's kind of going undefeated against the team, is maybe a bit unrealistic. Maybe that's kind of more champion winning the league form, but for us, we want to get as high up the table as possible. The board want us to get Champions League football. Don't quite think that's realistic for us, but we'll give it a shot. And if we miss, we'll get Europa League football. We're in the Europa League next year. I'd probably give us a nice odds on winning it with the team that we are building right now and the attacking football that we're playing. We've only scored 1 goal against Norwich, but you can see the chances on your screen. We are peppering that goalkeeper with so many chances, and eventually, we're only in the 32nd minute, but we do go 2-0 up. Jarrod Bowen puts the ball in the back of the net. He is the main man, and the attack this season, we haven't even got Kudus back yet, but yeah, we are cooking. Tammy, I believe, is an 87 overall now. Paqueta is an 85. Alvarez is an 85 as well. Costa is an 81. Nonto is an 80. Jarrod Bowen's an 81. Kudus has actually gone down a rating because of his injury. He was an 82. He's now gone down to an 81. But yeah, this is a Champions League quality team in my eyes. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get it this year. And if we get into it for next year, I think we can get the knockout stages. We are basically the new Newcastle. That is what we have become. The way we're playing, the passion of the fans and all that. We are the new Newcastle. Great bit of strength there, but a great save from Georgie. Does deny them, and he has been much improved this season in comparison to last year, which is really good to see. As I say that, he concedes, but he's been making saves that have been top class, top level, and for some games, keeping us in the game, which is nice to see. We are 3-1 up in this one, so, and you've probably seen the quality of chances they've had compared to us. He didn't really need to do all too much. Unfortunate not to get the clean sheet, but I think I'd rather have a win than a clean sheet. Like most people, Jarrod Bowen does go and make it 4-1. Captain for this season, hoping maybe he can lift a bit of silverware this year. Obviously, we missed out on the Europa League last year. We got knocked out in the third round, I think, of both cup competitions. So we need to improve on that this year. Get a bit of silverware in the locker and cook, basically. 4-1. The game was wrapped up basically in the first half, but we had to play this for 45 minutes. And you can see I've got a couple of names on there making their debuts. The likes of James Milner coming on. Cameron Archer, not his debut, but getting some game time. And Big Tammy Abraham, Player of the Month for the month of, what would that be? August or September? I think it's September. Because obviously, because of the transfer window, September, Player of the Month, Tammy Abraham. Congratulations to him. Coming into this one, we're taking on Leicester at the London Stadium. So another newly promoted team, a team that probably shouldn't have got relegated in the first place, really, in Leicester. They come to our stadium. Costa puts the ball past them 5 minutes in. And Traore right now is keeping Gnonto out of the team. That's how good he is. He's also forcing Jared Bowen onto the left-hand side. I think Traore, the 5 million for Traore is insane, and just as insane as that save by Georgie, keeping us at 1-0. That's the type of saves he needs to be making, and that is what we paid for. You know, we paid the big bucks for him, realistically. He's still young, yes. He is still relatively inexperienced in the Premier League. Obviously, he's been here 6 months since January, so, you know, we'll give him time, and he will be one of the best. A great cross from Kieran Tierney. Unfortunate from Tammy not to nod that one home, but back-to-back games against newly promoted teams, just, you know, it's easing us into the Premier League a bit more than the fact that we had to play Liverpool and City away from home in the first 3 games. We actually got 4 points out of that, so I'm not too disappointed. But yeah, league table wise right now, we are sitting in the top 4. We have not lost a game since the Villa game in this match day 2. You know, the first 3 games, the fact that we lost to Villa, not Liverpool or City, is quite a funny one. But we're cooking, basically. That is all you have to say about this team in general. And again, maybe Georgie should be doing better there, claiming the ball. It is not going to result in a goal directly, but, you know, later down the line it could potentially force us into a goal. And it's a bit poor from Alvarez there, and a nice finish from Kelechi Iheanacho. I'm not putting that blame on Georgie for that one, but later down the line, him not claiming the ball could result in us conceding. That one I'm putting on Alvarez. Should have distributed it quicker, should have got rid of it. And now we have got we're right back into it, really. We should be winning by more than 1-0, so slightly on the attack as well. But thankfully, the experience of James Ward-Prowse prevails. He comes on, scores the goal, puts us back in front, just as we should be. And there's a chance here. They sent loads of men forward to try and get that second goal back, trying to fight for the draw. And that allows us to hit them on the counter-attack as Paqueta has space to run into. No one's catching him. A couple of step-overs. Lovely little finish past the keeper. 3-1 the final score. And that is another very nice victory for ourselves. These are the type of games last year we would have been losing 4-3. Like we did to Bournemouth, like we did to Villa, like we did to all of these other teams. But we've shored up the defence. The attack is still just as good, if not better. The midfield, solid as always. We are a better team than last year. We have improved tenfold, and you can see here, sitting at second in the league table with 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, 1 point behind Spurs. You know, Spurs are they're a rival of ours. You know, they're a team we didn't beat last year, and in both games, I think we were in winning positions until the final minutes of the game where Spurs came back against us. They're also the team that injured Kudus, so got a bit of that one going our way as well. And we're just quickly going through our youth scouts. Last year, I was scouting the whole year, and we got no one good. I don't know if that's the game, just randomness on the game or whatnot, but we got no one good. But some positivity. Kudus is available for selection, and we have a cup game coming up. Cup games, nice little chance to rotate the team. Maybe we chuck Kudus out there for 10-20 minutes just to get his fitness back up, but we actually now have a fully rotational 11 in this team. It's a 4-4-2, so we have Ingo Navas for right now. We have Kyle Walker-Peters, Kehrer, Maguire, Kufau, Gnonto, Milner, Ward-Prowse, Traore, Wilson and Archer up top in a 4-4-2. And that's not a bad little team. That's like a top of the Championship, maybe bottom of the Premier League level team with some of the players we've got in there. But 1-0 up here against Portsmouth. They come to our stadium, you know, we're always going to be the favourites for this one. Carabao Cup, some other teams maybe don't take it as seriously. We want the silverware this year. We're going to take this one fully serious. I don't know the last time West Ham won a domestic piece of silverware. Obviously, I think they won the when they got relegated, they won the championship. Don't know if that counts, but in terms of domestic cups, I'm not 100% sure when they last won one. But yeah, a Carabao Cup, a League Cup, whatever you want to call it, would look nice in our trophy cabinet to go alongside the Conference League that they won a couple of years ago. Can we do it? Though, because Portsmouth putting up a bit of a fight. Obviously, another team like Norwich obviously not as badly, but they were in the Premier League a few years ago and they just never came back up and they actually went down to League One. So, not as bad as Norwich, but another one of those former Premier League teams. Cameron Archer, though, in this game, putting in a top-notch performance. And he is another one of those cheap players we got alongside Traore, and I think they are already well worth the value that we paid for them. Kufau here, charging into the box, finds Callum Wilson. Wilson sneaks it in at the near post. I mean, picked Wilson up for free. He's, pays for itself, basically. 3-1, though, in the Carabao Cup. Round should be us through to the next one, and, I'd love a bit of luck in the old draw. Maybe another lower league team. Obviously, last year we got Bournemouth straight away. They screwed us over, and in the FA Cup we got Brentford straight away. And that kind of screwed us over as well, but thankfully we have League One opposition in this one. Wouldn't mind another League One opposition. You can see here, 82nd minute. First touch of the ball in 7 months. Kudus has not lost a step as he goes and gets an assist on his return, or so we thought. Archer was just offside and denied, I think, what would have been a hat-trick goal. But 3-1 is going to be the final score. That is going to see us through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. Kudus is back in the starting lineups soon, which is good to see. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.